Arrived in Turkey slightly later than anticipated. The flight landed at 10:30, but we didn't get to the customs area till about 11ish. And then lovely policeman stopped us because I've got a lovely tan and my beard's a bit longer than anticipated.
So we're going to be going to the orphanage in Hamli, and we're just going to spend some time there. I'm really looking forward to seeing Malaika, the 3-year-old girl that I met 3 years ago. She's going to be 6. Haven't seen her since 2014 now, and we're also going to see what Syria Relief Work are doing inside Syria, what their issues they face, what the concerns they have, how the ongoing conflict inside Syria is affecting people, and how sort of Turkey is dealing with the refugee crisis in terms of the refugees that are leaving Syria.
So I'm from Flamengo FC. Alhamdulillah, we're a grassroots football club. We play football to raise money for charity. So we're looking to work with Syria Relief this time around. I'm here to have a look at the work that they do, and they're doing some amazing work. It's my first time that I'll be going to these orphans. I'm excited, but at the same time I'm a little bit apprehensive as well. You know, I've seen all the videos and things like that, and it's quite heart-wrenching.
So we're in the Syria Relief offices in Antakya. We just sorting out the gifts for the orphans when we go to Rihanli. So really looking forward to it, because I'm wondering if Malaika will recognise me after 3.5 years. And in fact, will I recognise her as well, because children grow very quick.
Part of this, this convoy,
this convoy. It's not that, just also to be act upon the hadith of Rasulullah, where he says, "Ana wa kafilul yatimi fil jannati hakadha."
Subhanallah.
I am the one who looks after
the orphan, things like this in Jannah.
So it's a mobile dental clinic in a van that goes around village to village, providing medical dental. Our prosthetic limb clinic, we have one that's mobile that goes around to village, because if you can imagine, not everyone can get to the medical facilities out there. So we have sort of logistics teams that go out and distribute the projects and stuff like that.
That's the orphanage. I recognise the building that we came to 3.5 years ago. I know they're waiting for us patiently, so really looking forward to it. Kind of nervous actually, because part of me wants her to recognise me, and part of me thinks, why would she, do you know what I mean? So.
You got stand up, man.
I showed her a picture of me and her 3.5 years ago, and obviously she was 3 at the time, so she didn't quite recognise me. I think she was smiling and kind of puzzled as to why I had a picture with her when she was 3 years old. My wife actually met up with Malaika's mum, and Malaika's mum showed a picture of her husband to my wife, and even my wife looked at it and she came back and she said, he looked exactly like you.
As soon as we walked in, there was one brother that had one leg amputated, and all he had was a little metal pole, and the other brother, it wasn't even the amputation, it was the other leg that hit me, because he had one leg where half of the muscle was practically missing, and I don't know, bro, like when they were talking to us about how it happened, all they did was be in the wrong place at the wrong time, that's it.
Emotional, especially when you look at the ruins of all those limbs that they've placed being ready. And I just mentioned before to Brother Atiq that this is actually more of the positive thing that we're looking at. These are the people who are getting their arms replaced with something prosthetic. Imagine those on the waiting list and those who are in so much pain at the moment and they've not even heard.
You know, when you see people of similar age who've got a life ahead of them, who now having to live without a leg, without an arm, without a hand, and you kind of relate it back to yourself and you think, what would you do if you were in that position? I've been affected in every single way possible. To wake up one morning in a hospital and not having your leg, that's a psychological help that they may have needed, the emotional stress, the trauma. You can't imagine it, and we'll never understand it until we've been in that position.
خلينا باب مقاطع
ما شاء الله اسمه
سلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم.
Sheikh Salim, if you say to them, can they be louder than the class next door? Assalamu alaikum. وعليكم السلام.
هلا رح يعملوا لنا نشيد بس سريع. طلع البدر علينا.
طلع البدر علينا من ثنيات الوداع وجب الشكر علينا ما دعا لله جمعا. طلع البدر علينا من ثنيات الوداع وجب الشكر علينا ما دعا لله حسان انت فسيح ما شاء الله في اللغه العربيه. الله يعطيك العافيه.
Hassan.
Make it Hassan.
Hassan, man. So in the school, I went into one of the rooms. There must have been, say, about 20 or 25 kids. The beautiful thing was, can you imagine, despite all of their problems, they were actually learning hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. The other room, there were 3 rooms in there. The other room, they were learning Quran, and very, very beautiful qiraat. It's something that really warmed my heart.
give me cuddle.
Please come in. You know, the fundraising that we've done collectively, and hopefully, inshallah, something that we can continue to do so. We want to support the school in the long term, inshallah. Yeah. So, Brother Usama, he's the head teacher.
So your problem is because of the funding. Because of the funding, you have to contemplate going into other schools and things like that.
Yes.
So if the funding was not an issue, if we say that this school is self-sufficient, we don't need the teacher's salary. Of course, we understand is coming from UNICEF. But in terms of your ongoing annual costs, the transportation, the advancement of equipment in the building, the development.
At least we must continue for two years.
Another 2 years.
طلع البدر علينا من ثنيات الوداع وجب الشكر علينا ما دعا لله داع ما دعا لله داع طلع البدر علينا من ثنيات الوداع وجب الشكر علينا ما دعا لله داع
سكرات الموت إذا أخرجت الروح من الجسد يا مالك يوم الدين ويا من عز وجل عن الولد الله قد جاءكم خير الأنام أبشروا أبشروا فنبينا رسول السلام بالقدوة علمنا بالقرآن أرشدنا علمنا الإحسان والصدق والأمان وإطعام الفقير ورحمة الصغير والقلب طاب بجمعتنا بلقائكم يا أغلى الناس بلقائكم يا قدوتنا إلى العلياء سيروا بنا فوق النجوم أوائلنا دمت لنا يا قمرا تهدى إليه قصائدنا.
Because another thing is they know we're not Arabs, so they'll be like non-Arabs are singing our song in Arabic, and then this brother called Kamaluddin is doing harmonies.
Actually, they're quite amazed. They're quite amazed that we sign Arabic. And they said it.
It's the lasting impression that you leave.
Yeah.
Leaving them with a positive mindset.
दिल दा सहारा कसम खुदा दी मैनू कसम खुदा दी मैनू सब नालों प्यारा कालिया जुल्फा वाला ओखी दिल दा सहारा कालिया जुल्फा वाला ओखी दिल दा सहारा दसा की मैं मुस्तफा दी कितनी सोहनी शान
نسرين شو اسمه اخوك؟ عمر اسمه؟
يا عيني ما شاء الله. We have Nada in the middle. احنا اهلا حبيبي. تفضل حبيبي تفضل. شو اسمك حبيبي؟ جنان ما شاء الله. وانت عمو شو اسمك عمو؟
Guys, man, you do notice that the baby was not from your mouth.
The entire family is living here. This is the reception room. This is where guests come. This is where they eat. This is where they sleep. This is where the family live. So when these 7 children grow, the memory in their mind is simply this 3 by 3, what you say? When our children reach puberty age, we want to separate the boys from the girls. She cannot. The boys and the girls have to sleep together. So imagine the psychological impact.
If somebody close to the family came to the house and the house was not tip-top, how do we feel? You understand? You know, we go through madness cleaning up before somebody turns up.
$250 is £220 is minimum, just to keep yourself, you know, exactly.
So I'm assuming the state won't help with the rent or electricity bills.
To be accurate, the Turkish Red Cross do provide on selected basis.
Oh, okay.
We were going in with sad face, like we just like visited a family, a widow who had 7 children. The mother's very positive, you know. I asked for her dua. I said I got 4 daughters,
smiling.
and she said, you know, Allah make them happy. You know.
Really, so emotional scenes. You could see the trauma in their face. Yes.
Subhanallah, how much the Turkish brothers are doing here already for the Syrians. The amount of groundwork, both in terms of education, in madrasas, in maktabs, in home facilities, in looking after them on a day-to-day basis, it's a system which is completely blown me away, and I'm so honored.
You know me very well that I've always held a certain image. I always like wearing my thobe and my hat. And the fact that I had to take that off, take the hat off, says a lot about what I'm doing.
We're on our way to visit the refugee camps. We've been given access through a government official.
الآن يجب أن تأخذنا للحج.
إن شاء الله. إن شاء الله.
We were under the impression that yourself, Shafiq Bhai, and Hussam were 2 very important people who were supposed to come with us. And the fact that you were told to stay back, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't want them to go through any taklif. Back on.
As soon as I saw the guy, and he said, like, he started counting us and he started saying, like, this guy's not allowed and this guy's not allowed, I knew straight away, I was like, you know what?
This looked like the most lavish office, number 1. Number 2, from these tiny little offices we visited who are doing really hard work for Syria, they offered us tea, man. We didn't even get tea. Bearing in mind, we were first told that 5 people are allowed to see.
Yeah, we were given permission to allow 5 people to go and see the camps, and then at the last minute, he denied us entry, unfortunately. We felt disheartened.
We just stopped at this checkpoint. Police officers going around, literally looking through the windows like this. So me and Hussam were just talking. Hussam wanted to know about, you know, what I do in high, so I just started talking to him. Hussam was like, carry on, so I just carried on. Eventually they said, they called all of us to come out. They checked all our passports. They made us hold our passport. So they took a picture of the passport, you know. I just started smiling.
The guys are going around like looking through the window, they are like pretty big guns, you know. I've never really experienced it before, not like that as in, but after a bit, you know, they were quite calm with us, the vibe was quite positive like they said, so alhamdulillah, I was quite calm.
Everything I had Everything I own, everything I eat is thanks to you. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. All thanks is to Allah. And one ayah came to mind when we were spending our time with these amazing little children, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran al-Kareem, وَإِن تَعُدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا. That if you try to count the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you cannot count them.
I've always wanted to do this and get a feel of what the Syrians are feeling or the refugees are feeling. Alhamdulillah, it's been a blessed day for me to participate in handing out gifts out to the Syrian children, the orphans.
And when you sit back and you kind of try to put yourself in their shoes, you get to understand the reality. And the reality is that these children from Syria, their bravery, their motivation, and their iman is on a complete different level. And these are the only words I can use.
You just want to just smile with them and realize that all your worries, every worry in my entire life, it's just gone, flushed out.
So from this this morning's visit at the prosthetic limb clinic, what affected me the most from that was actually coming across a young man whose name was Wahid, a 29-year-old who was a professional football player when he was back at home, and because of what's going on, had lost one of his limbs, actually lost his right leg from the hip down, and had completely changed his life. It made me realise that, you know, how lucky we are. You know, play football regular. We all play football. We're very, very passionate. We get upset when we're not playing, and it made me realise just absolutely how lucky we are and how much of a blessing it is.
We cry just like you cry. We hurt just like you hurt. We smile just like you smile. We love just like you love. Can't you see we are all the same? Hating on each other will never gain. One love, one heart, one people. One smile, one cry, we're all equal.